What is 2 and 6 is 8, and 8 is the number of manifestation and abundance. That's it. Sometimes, do y'all ever sometimes like know that you just really, really love some numbers, but you don't really dig deep to figure out why? I like doing that. I like figuring out the numerology to figure out why I love the numbers that I do. All right, we are rolling there, so let's get started. I invite you to take a deep breath. Got all my decks in front of me, and I'm like, where's my tarot deck? I found it. Yeah, we're good. We're going with Light Seers Tarot today. All right, please take a deep breath, settle in. Feel yourself settling in and slowing down for just a moment. Ask yourself, what do I need to know today? Take another deep breath and ask your guides, the divine, spirit, source, God, whatever that energy is for you. Ask them the same question. What do I need to know today? And then be open to allowing and receiving those messages to come to you. When you feel like you are ready to listen, when you are in the receiving mode, go ahead and come back and join us energetically here in the room. And we will get started. So as I mentioned, the deck that I am pulling from today is the Light Seers Tarot. When I ask, which I usually do before I join these sessions, when I ask what is the general feeling, what do you want us to know today, Spirit? Oh, that's interesting. You got some reversals in the deck. I don't know how I did that. I'm trying to shuffle the decks and talk at the same time. Sometimes my brain is like, whoa, Nellie, that's too much. Let me stop shuffling and talk. I asked Spirit, like, what was the general feeling of today? Was there anything I needed to know about this group or anything I needed to share about this group? And I got this slow, relaxed feeling, which I love. I don't know what kind of week y'all had, but y'all came into this feeling a little down, not down, a little not like bumping off the walls, not chaotic, but kind of settled in, kind of like, okay, let's do this. That kind of energy is what I got off top. Then I got a lot of messages about somatic work, which if you don't know what that is, we will talk about it as we get into the reading. In general, one-on-one basic terms, as I understand it, it means getting back in touch with your body, your physical body, and letting that be part of the whole. People say mind, body, spirit all the time, but do we really know what that means? Do we? I think I am discovering what that means more and more every day. I don't know if I'll ever completely, fully have all three unified. I've had some moments. But let's see what other messages come through from Spirit as far as what we need to know about this somatic work, what we need to know about our week ahead. And Spirit, how can we best answer the collective questioning and searching? Because aren't we always searching for something? Joy, freedom, freedom, freedom. That one just like kind of stuck on a broken repeat when I said that. Freedom, 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 because a lot of us are seeking that based on current conditions. We want to know, how can we maintain our own personal sense of freedom? That's how Spirit worded it. Did y'all catch that? Because a lot of times I think we get caught up in the energy of fighting for personal freedoms. And even as we say, I'm fighting for my personal freedoms, we're looking at the collective and we're seeing things that we don't like. And we're saying, I don't want that to come to me. Well, that kind of gets you there. But you know what really gets you there? When you stand in your own power, when you understand your own inherent freedoms. And from that place of feeling free and feeling empowered, then you create your boundaries and your defenses around that. But if you are not feeling free, if you are not feeling empowered, it's really hard to get there from just saying, I'm fighting for personal freedoms. Are you? Do you have your personal freedom first before you start fighting for it? Because I think that's where Spirit is trying to get us. I'm sure I said, I think. Now Spirit was like, think. We don't work in those kind of metrics. I heard Spirit say, for sure, that is where they are trying to get us. It's back into ourselves, empowered, feeling the things we want to feel within ourselves, and then finding ways to protect that. And Spirit just said protect. My mouth was going to say defend. Spirit said protect that, finding ways to protect that when we found it within ourselves. So how do we do that? That is the $1 million question. That's more than $1 million. Why do people say $1 million question? I think that must have come from an old game show. That is worth more than $1 million. That is invaluable if we can figure out how do we find it and protect it for ourselves. That kind of shit will change the world, y'all. Y'all ready to change the world? Tarot cards. Let me spotlight myself. So good seeing everyone today. I'm not sure what is up with my lighting, so I do apologize for that, but let's get going. First off, right off the rip, as one of my favorite influencers says, right off the rip, we get 8 of Cups. We're starting our week not gently. Our energy is gentle. Our energy is saying, okay, just tell me where do I need to go? What do I need to do? And Spirit's right off it says, I hear you. This is where I want you. 8 of Cups is, can anybody just look at that card and figure out what the hell we're supposed to do at the beginning of this week? Walk away from something. Put it over in chat. What are you walking away from? Pick one. Just pick one thing that you're going to walk away from this week. I want to hear over in chat if you feel like sharing with the group. Now, let me add another layer. That's the one thing you know you're supposed to walk away from. That's the one thing you should have walked away from last week because you were able to identify it so quickly and so easily. This is something a little bit different. See, she intended this burning bowl ceremony to let go of all the things that she knew she was ready to let go of. They're all, if you can see this card, bowls, because it's 8 of Cups, there are 8 bowls. Many of them are shadows beneath the water. She's already let go of them. One is she's in the process of letting go of. It's not fully sunk. And one is still on flames, fire, sitting on top of the water. And she is not waiting to see that completion. She is walking away before the thing is completely let go of, before the ceremony is done. The 8 of Cups always implies walking away from something that we don't feel is finished yet. So I want you to go back to yourself, back to your inner knowing, and see if you answer that same question differently. Is there something deeper within me that I know I must need to let go of because Spirit and this crazy internet psychic just said something about letting go? I know there's something, might not know what it is, but I know it's not that thing I just put on the list. I know it's not that thing I just put in chat. I know there's something that I am probably not consciously ready to let go of yet, that Spirit is trying to lead me to let go of because this is the thing that is slowing down my forward progress. That's where we want to be this week as we contemplate self, as we contemplate our inner knowing, as we dig a little deeper to figure out what is it that really is giving me this feeling of plateau or stuckness or lack of clarity. What's really going on? Walking away from that thing that we're not sure we're ready to let go of yet. That's your first clue. Anything that starts with the, oh, I know I need to let go of this and I will when, ... When I get this new job, I'll let go of that toxic work friend. But right now, that toxic work friend is feeding me all the office gossip, and so I'm not going to let go of them yet. But when I get this new job, they won't be my friend anymore. When? If when is in your statement of something that you need to let go of, Spirit is telling you right now, drop the when, let go of it now. Spirit has this, I'm not fucking around with you no more attitude when it comes through with these messages. Spirit is like, you know this shit. Why do you need to hear it 15 more times before you actually take action on it? because that keeps me in business because I'm one of those 15 voices telling you again. No, but seriously, you don't need me to tell you. You need to trust that inner knowing that's been telling you, that's been screaming at you. What do you need to let go of? Oh my, another card about release and endings and letting go, which is telling me some of us are very stubborn when it comes to letting go of things, and yet very insistent that our manifestations are not working and all of this hard work isn't paying off and life is hard. And why won't spirit favor me? And why aren't my guides talking to me? Because your guides are talking to you, have been talking to you, and you say, not yet. And they say, you know what? Mm-mm. We're not moving forward until you listen to the message I gave you 3 months ago, 3 years ago. Your guides are not mean. They're not punishing, but they are guides. If you were a tour guide, think of your favorite place to go in your local city. You know this place forward and backwards. For me, it's a coffee shop. I can tell you which thing to order. I can tell you where to sit. Now imagine somebody posted you at the front door of that place or on that street and said, I want you to guide everyone that comes through this store. Tell them what the best thing to order for today is. Tell them what the best place to sit for today is. Tell them the best time to come because you know all of this stuff, right? And they're like, yeah, okay, great. Think about that. You are the guide at your favorite place. And you have a long stream of people coming through the door asking you questions, or a long stream of people showing up in front of the building, or whatever it is that you're giving a guidance on. And most of them listen. Oh, okay, mocha, spicy mocha latte. Okay, I'll go get that. Most of them listen. But some of them come and say, coffee, this place sells coffee. I don't want that. And you're like, it's a coffee shop. Yeah, I don't want that. And they start backing up the line. And you're like, well, could you just stand over to the side, please? Because there's more people behind you that do understand how coffee houses work. And I'm trying to guide them. That's what your guides are doing. They're not ignoring you. They're not punishing you. They are listening to you say, I heard that. I don't want that. And they're saying, great, could you please stand aside because I have more work to do with the others that are willing to listen. And whenever you are ready to listen, jump back in line. You can skip the line. You don't even have to go to the back of the line. I'm not punishing you, but my job is to guide. And you're telling me you don't want to be guided. Maybe that's why you can't hear your guides. Not punishment. I'm not saying you're doing it wrong. I'm saying if you want to truly be guided, act like someone who needs guidance, not like someone who has all the answers. And when your guides say, I need you to do da 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 da, you say, all right, there must be a message there for me somewhere. Received. Heard. I like how the military says it. Heard. I love that because it's saying that I received what you said, but it's also saying that I was listening. Heard. So we've got two cards at the beginning of our week talking about letting go of things. Let me explain a little bit further on this. Tens, completion, wands, fire energy. And this is saying you are this individual. Your fire is still burning, but it's tired. It's tired because it's been carrying a lot, and you're going to keep going. This Ten of Wands is not about the ending to your fire. This Ten of Wands is about you putting yourself in a more oxygen-rich environment so that flicker can become a flame. What are you carrying that is dimming your light? Haha, you see how I use that cliche, but it made more sense this time, didn't it? Are you carrying around a lot of carbon monoxide in your luggage and you are draining all of the oxygen from your life so you don't even have the potential to be a roaring flame right now? All of that baggage, what do you need to let go of so that more oxygen can rush into your life and fan the flame? This Ten of Wands is telling me that you are ready to let go of it, and that spirit, your helper, is going to help you carry that load across the finish line so you can finally put it down. You're almost there. You're almost through with whatever this thing is in your life that has been causing you grief, doubt, fear, anxiety. You're almost there. You're almost through with it. You're almost about to lay that down as the Ten of Wands. and allow yourself to cycle, because everything is about cycles. What happens after the 10? We go back to the 1. You're almost about to lay that down and step back into that 1 energy, which is a bright, fully alive flame waiting for you to take it and ignite something in your life. Who's ready to ignite something in their life? This is what you need to do first. You need to let go of whatever it is that is starving the oxygen out of your life. Person, place, experience, thing, situation. My coffee is finally ready. It was drip coffee. Remember I showed y'all? Coffee break. Oh, it's that first sip, y'all. Whew. All right. What happens when we move through those energies early on in the week, when we decide and then stand behind that decision of letting go? We do not pick it back up again. We do not pick it back up again. We do not pick it back up again. That needs to be said, because many of us as humans are in the habit of on a Monday letting it go, and on a Wednesday unblocking that person and calling them. How do we maintain the energy of the decisions we make early in the week, the decisions we make about our life in general? How do we maintain that? How do we stand strong? The magician. He lives within each and every one of us. He, she, they, whatever. Live within each and every one of us. This energy is the energy that is going to most benefit you this week. It's the only major arcana we have. So this is the energy that is going to affect all areas of your life. And many of you see this card, because I've read the card this way before, as you are where you are, how can you find the magician energy? And that almost puts that energy outside of you as something that you are searching for, looking for, trying to figure out. It's not that hard. So let me rephrase that one more time. This energy lives within you. And when you slow down enough and ask questions like, where does it live? You will begin to find it within you. It doesn't live in the same place within each and every one of us. For some of us, this energy, for me, it lives in my sacral. If you know about me, if you know about manifesting generators, if you know anything about Sagittarius fire, you know why for me, that's where it lives. For somebody else, it might live in their throat chakra. For someone else, it might live in the actions they take. It might not even be chakra related. Where is this energy in you? The magician is the energy of creation. When do you feel most creative, most imaginative, most in flow? Look how he's in flow. There's a big infinity sign of spirit sparkles going around him. He's also got infinity on his hood. When do you feel most in flow? That's a clue as to where you can find this energy in your life, in your being. And this energy has not been fully tapped into. Look at him. His head is down. He's hooded. It's almost like he lives in some secret chamber within you. How can we get him fully awake, standing up, channeling energy for us, pulling the non-physical and grounding it into physical, because that's what he does? How can we add magic back to our life? How can we believe again? Believe in those things that we know deep down inside. We know we have it within us. How many of y'all have said, as smart as I am, I should be a millionaire by now. I should at least be able to pay my bills on time. How many of y'all have said that and still can't figure it out? As sexy as I am, I don't know why I'm single. Must be them. It's not me. How many of y'all have said that? That's this magician energy that is not fully tapped. Because the magician says, you get to have whatever you want, and I hold the keys within you, the internal map, the things that make you unique, that are going to help you walk your paths to the things you want, but you rarely consult me. So this is your week to find the magician within you, at least start mapping out where you think he might live, and to tap into that energy more fully. The magician holds all 4 of the suits, tools in front of him on his table. You can't see that from this illustration, but he holds wands, cups, swords, and pentacles, meaning he has the ability to expertly use all of the tools life has given him. Can you say that you are expertly using all of the tools that life has given you? I can't. I don't know why I put my hand up. I was like, I'm raising my hand to say, no, I cannot say that I'm expertly using I'm pretty good on most of them, but I'm not expertly using all of the tools Spirit has given me. And here's another one, because Spirit said, some of us don't even recognize the tools in front of us because we keep labeling them as challenges, obstacles, blocks. Can you look at those things that you think are holding you back and ask yourself, how can that be a tool for my next step? It might indeed be presenting perceptually and perspectively wise as a block. Can you visualize yourself picking up that block and using it as a stepping stone if it's small enough? Can you visualize yourself if it's a huge boulder on your path and you're like, I've been sitting here trying to get around this thing for most of my life. I don't know, this lack consciousness or this idea of being less than or non-worthy. This is a boulder on my path at this point. I feel like I can't even move forward until it's been resolved. Okay, how can you take that boulder with a chisel in your hand and turn it into the Michelangelo? How can you take that thing that has been blocking you, restricting you for so long, and really figure out what is really at play so that it is no longer a block and impediment, but it in turn turns into a tool that you use. A tool that you use for deeper insight into self as to why has this thing held me back for so long. A tool that you use for deeper insight into what is the world reflecting back to me. Not, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job. I've been saying that for 30 years, but let's look at this job I hate so much and ask myself, what do I truly hate about it? And where might I be allowing those things to cross into my world because I haven't set boundaries? And oh, that's why I'm still at this job. You see how we just flipped that? It's the same fucking job. You still hate it, but now you understand why. Now you understand what to do about it, because you've taken that thing that you have always labeled as a I don't want to look at it problem challenge. And you said, but maybe it could be a tool. Is it a tool? I don't know. Let's explore. The minute you say that, you shift everything. So ask yourself those things in your life that have been holding you back for most of your life. Is there something that you can shift your perspective about it? Is it a tool? Maybe. Does it need further examination? Absolutely. So that you can do these. So that you can confidently say, I will no longer be challenged by this thing, or at the very least, this thing that is challenging me is now going to work for me. I'm going to figure out a way to have it. If it's got to be something that is meant to, that if it's a burden I'm meant to carry through the end of my end 10, through the end of whatever this is, if it's something I've got to carry, well, damn it, it's still going to work for me. It's still going to become a tool in some sort of way. Maybe it's the thing I use to tie my tent down while I'm on my spiritual journey. Useless until I need to tie or weigh something down. Then I pick that block up and it's the perfect weight. How can you shift the way you are looking at your life? So that was the magician. We have, according to me, 35 new comments. So let me slow down and look and see, is there anything I need to let go of your baggage? Somebody says, stubborn, who, me? I just want to see what y'all are putting over there. Oh, having closure with an unhealed relationship. Oh, walking away from the deluge of other people's emotions, walking away from worry, walking away from my job, My mom, oh, sorry, mom, but you got to go. Walk away from self-doubt, external validation, overworking. Ooh, y'all got some big ones over there. Fear, yes. Y'all ready to let go? Let me tell you what it's going to feel like when you finally do. Yes, Nine of Cups. She is letting go, and look, she has found what was really important because she dug deep enough. She is beneath the water because she went deep enough. She dove deep enough, in this case, into her emotions, into what makes her truly her. Cups is water energy. She dove deep enough to find the treasures within. She dove beyond the people probably say, girl, why are you diving in that? Just stay up here on the surface of the water. We're all fine in the boat. Why you got to go figuring yourself out? What's this self-awareness, spiritual awakening bullshit? I bet that's what all of her friends said. And she said, I don't want to be on this boat with you, sharing the last bit of crumbs and waiting for it to rain because we can't drink the seawater. I don't like this just getting by life. And so she got off the boat, dove deep into the surface of herself, refused to listen to what everybody else was doing, and found the treasures that were always meant to be hers. She couldn't find those treasures until she jumped off the boat of conformity. Who's still on that boat? Who's ready to jump? Take a deep dive. Once she found all those treasures, she filled all her bowls and she's on her way back up to the surface of the water. The Nine of Cups is the wishes fulfilled card. It's the dreams coming true card. It's a 9. She's still got to get them up to the top, to the surface of the water. I want you to think about this. That boat with all those people, you know who those people are. If you jumped off of it, if you dove down into yourself, if you found those treasures that people said, no, it's not there. You're just like the rest of us. You're not really unique, but you found the uniqueness. You found the treasures. You found your special sauce. And as you're like, yes, I finally got it, and you filled all your bowls and you're getting ready to come back up to the surface of the water, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? It's very telling. Let me ask you right now, in that scenario you just played out for yourself. What are you thinking? Some of us, some of you, some of the collective is thinking, I can't wait to show those fuckers on the boat what I found. You just wait till I break the surface of the water. And that is human, but is it serving you? Your need to prove to others that what you said was right, is that motivation serving you? Can you change your motivation to getting all those cups to the surface of the water? How about I can't wait to get them to the surface of the water and to get on dry land so that I can start using all of these so that I can become the magician I was truly meant to be now that I've found my inner treasure. Because society has taught us we're not supposed to be selfish. We're not supposed to say, oh my God, I can't wait. I found all this treasure. Can't wait to use it all on myself. Can't wait to be powerful. Society says, no, no, no. You find stuff like that, you get it to the surface. And you ask who else needs it. We're going to let go of that in 2026, okay? How do we help others? By helping ourselves. Am I saying don't help other people? Many of you are practitioners. Y'all know I do Magical Monday to help other people. Am I saying don't help other people? No. I'm saying put yourself first. And once you are on the dry land, making the best use of your treasures that you worked so hard to find within yourself, we're talking about those intrinsic inner things. Once you have used them to benefit your life, self first, then you help the people, the other people on the boat, the new people you meet on the island, whoever you want, the monkeys in the tree, whatever you want to do with it after you have helped yourself first is fine. But we have a very, very bad societal trained way of finding something beneficial and immediately giving it away before we even benefit from it ourselves. Where are your gifts? Are you using them to benefit yourself? When was the last time you gave yourself a reading? When was the last time you gave yourself Reiki? When was the last time you gave yourself what you freely give, maybe begrudgingly, to your employer 9 hours a day? There's a skill because they hired you for a skill and you'd be fired if you didn't still have that skill. What is that skill that you give to others? Can you give it to yourself? Maybe you have the skill of organization. Maybe you have the skill of customer service. Can you treat yourself like the customer for this week? Can you be gentler to yourself? Whatever that skill is, how can you use it for yourself first? How can you reap the benefits of what you are so eager to give away for others to others? And how do we end the week? Page of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy. Pentacles deals with our manifestations. So thank you, Spirit. Magical Monday manifestations. We end the week with the Page of Pentacles, and the pages are the messengers of the tarot, often bringing us a message or bringing us something. Maybe they're bringing us an experience. Maybe they're bringing us an opportunity, but they're bringing something to us, generally in the form of a message. And this is a message from the Kingdom of Pentacles. So we know that message is going to have tangible results or tangible things within it. If we got a message from the Page of Swords, for instance, page air, this page will walk into our life and hand us a cloud. And we'd be like, what the fuck am I going to do with a cloud? I needed money to pay my bills. When they're like, no, no, no. Page of Swords gives you a cloud, and that cloud is a bunch of really cool thoughts and ways to communicate those thoughts. But this is tangible. This is see it, touch it, feel it, taste it. This is from the Pentacles kingdom. What tangible thing is going to help move you forward this week? Look for that to arrive towards the end of the week. Tangible means maybe a friend reaches out with a connection to something or someone that you've been asking about having in your life. You know that desk you were looking for your second bedroom? I just saw it on Marketplace. That's a Page of Pentacles thing. Don't miss it when it comes. If you miss it, it'll come back again. But try not to miss it on the first time, because Spirit just said, I'm not fucking around. We got things to do. So can we not keep making Spirit circle around back to us? Can we take it the first time? It's going to show up as something being gifted, shown to you, something you wouldn't normally come across, because a page is a messenger. So we're not looking in the normal places and spaces. We're answering our phone when it says unknown number, because maybe it's the page trying to contact us. Just this week, y'all. Y'all can go back to blocking them unknown numbers next week. We're listening when our friend says, hey, do you have a minute to talk? No, I really don't. Oh, well, okay. Do you have a message for? Yes. Maybe we listen to 5 minutes of what's going on with the grandma's rheumatism. No, use discernment. Understand when and who you need to listen to. But what I'm saying is Spirit wants you to be a little bit more open and not immediately jump to no to those things, those passageways, those portals, those conversations that might be bringing you the message that Spirit is trying to get to you, because it's going to show up in tangible form, which is different than I just need you to meditate and get the message, or I need you to move into action and the message will become evident. This is different. This is something tangible. So we need to put ourselves in the tangible world to receive this message. So look for that towards the end of the week. What's that message going to be about? It's going to kind of tie a nice bow on everything, all of the work that you've done this week. You're going to be doing releasing. You're going to be finding your power. You're going to be finding your gift. You're going to feel that wish is fulfilled right before you feel the new message. Not the other way around, which is interesting, which means you're already going to be high vibing. I found what I need. My wish is fulfilled. My dream, I can feel it. I can taste it. And then Spirit is going to come in and tell you exactly what the flavor is. Page of Pentacles. Look for that towards the end of the week after you've done your work. All right. Those our tarot cards. We're going to move into Oracle. Doing pretty good. Somebody said I give way too much to my employer. That was me this morning. So I'm not telling y'all to quit y'all's jobs, although you know if you need to quit your job. I'm not telling y'all to quit y'all's jobs, but I am telling you that if you're going to give all of that to your employer for 8 hours a day, and I know why you do it, the paycheck is important, then for at the minimum, an hour a day you can devote to yourself and give that same skill, that same resource, that same love to yourself, to your home, to whatever area of your life would best benefit from it. I'm going to go right into something a little feisty. I usually wrap up with these cards, but I'm feeling this deck right now, and it is Rebel Deck, the Oracle with Attitude. Unicorn on the front, so you know I love it. Reference to attitude. For those of y'all new to my world, I go by the Goddess with an Attitude moniker. It's a name I had way before spirituality, which is interesting. Sometimes spirit knows before I know. What messages do we need from this deck? I swear I pulled this card at random. Fuck. Shit is about to get real. Didn't I just say like that was the energy spirit gave me this morning? Like, we're not fucking around. We got things to do. This is spirit. This is spirit talking to us. And what do we need for this energy, for this fast moving in the right direction, right actions, right decisions come quickly, more clearly than ever before this year. And some of us has a tendency to doubt it because it's never come that quick and that clear, and we think something must be wrong. Okay, work on that. Maybe that's what you need to let go of. Your doubt of moving the way you said you wanted to move. But when it happens, you're like, whoa, this is weird. I don't know. Maybe you need to let go of your doubt, but here's how we do it. Here's how we get on with this shit. It's about to get real. You need your people around you. You need your people around you. Welcome to starting your week with your people around you. Look out on the room. I'm gonna take my spotlight out. Look at those faces that are on camera. Feel the energy of those that are not on camera, because there's some powerhouses not on camera as well. And feel your people around you. These are your people. At least for the next 15 minutes. These are your people. These are your people. This is the energy. Can you feel that? Can you feel that love? Can you see the hearts coming up on the screen? These are your people. And if you're saying, yeah, but I live in a cave and I really don't have people except when I find internet on Mondays. Okay, feel this energy right now. Let it wrap around you. Let it integrate with you. And on Tuesday, when you're not in this group, call that energy back to yourself, because that energy is always around. You don't tap into it because you say, I don't have the physical representation of a person on a screen living thousands of miles away from me. But if I can see them, it makes me feel real. Okay, they're still there. Monique is still going to be in existence tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I promise you. Well, I promise you. No, I'm kidding. I was like, well, I don't know. No, I don't predict death, y'all. Monique is still going to be here at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, so you can still call on her energy. She's still your people. Many people in this room are still going to be around. I said many. Ooh, let me stop, like, kind of sort of vague predicting out there. Everybody in this room, spirit would tell me otherwise, everybody in this room is going to be with us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., whether you can see their face on Zoom or not. They are your people. Call them in energetically. One of our biggest problems is if we don't see it, we don't trust it. If we can't touch it, we don't believe it. What a limited life you will live if you keep on living like that. Maybe that's what you need to let go of. Yeah, I got all these decks and I've only pulled from two. One was the Tarot and one was the Oracle card. I kind of feel like we're good on the messages. Y'all feel like we're good on the messages? I want to leave some time to get into one card pulls for those in the audience. So usually I do more. We might still hit another oracle card before we close things up, but I'm going to move into the one card messages. So I feel like that's going to be more impactful. And also, yes, I listen to Spirit too. A Spirit has been on my ass with the very same message of Valorie. We got shit to do. And along those lines, I have decided, I'm trying to decide. So you might see a lot of experimentation out there in my world. Please make sure you're following me. Jacqueline, if you could drop all the places that people can follow me one more time. But one of the things I want to start doing is I do understand that I really love these one card pools because it's a quick hit. It's not all of the information you need to get your life right, but it's a quick hit. And sometimes that's what we need. That's what helps us. And I want to do these one card readings more frequently. If you want to donate, feel free to donate. But I hope to be on Instagram and Facebook. So make sure you're following me on Instagram and Facebook, doing these one card pulls. Yes, for free, but feel free to donate if that resonates with you on a more frequent basis. Because again, I am trying to figure out where I'm trying to, what's that Nine of Cups? I already shuffled it. I'm digging deep, trying to find where my true treasure lies, where my true skill set is, trying to find where I really shine when I give back to others. Is it the one card pools? I like it pretty much in these groups, so we're going to play with it in a bigger, more focused sense. I'm thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays around this same time on social media. Haven't set anything in stone yet, but that's where I'm leaning. Tuesdays and Thursdays, watch for me on socials, Facebook and Instagram. One card pulls, longer, more in-depth card pulls if you have the time, if I have the time, and if you would like to donate, I very much appreciate that because I like to drink good coffee. Not just coffee, I like to drink good coffee. Monique, my beautiful sister with the smile. I've seen you smile so many times. This morning, I've got a one card pull for you. Oh, Two of Swords. Let me put myself back on spotlight so y'all can see the cards more easily. Two of Swords. You have a decision to make, and your thoughts are kind of squawking in your ear. You're not sure which way to go. Two of Swords. Let me see. Let me get Monique back on the screen because I can't see your reaction. It's so hard navigating the screen sometimes. There we are. Two of Swords is saying you need to trust your intuition. You're not going to see the path forward. So stop trying to see the path forward before you make a decision. But the decision needs to be made, and its urgency means that if you don't make the decision will be made for you, and we do not want that. We want to be the intention setters of our life. So this is saying, it's time. Get off the pot. You've pissed enough. It's not even saying piss or get off the pot. It's saying you've pissed enough. Get off the pot. And make the decision so the decision is not made for you. If you don't know what this decision is about, it might not be some big life-changing decision. It might be that thing that you keep saying, oh, I can't decide if I want pink or blue wallpaper. Whatever it is, it's taking up mental space that could be used towards something more productive. So make the decision and move on. All right. Let me go. I think I'm just going to keep going back and forth. Oh, this Zoom, when y'all watch the YouTube videos, when I go spotlight and not spotlight, it does look kind of all over the place. And this morning, I don't fucking care because I need to see y'all's faces. So who's going to be next? Let me keep an eye on time. Kitty. Kitty with the purple. I don't know what that is. Is that a gemstone? It looks like something under a microscopic camera. Oh, I like this one. Kitty's my friend, y'all. I've met Kitty a couple of times in person. Good energy. She's your people. Knight of Cups for Kitty. Knights are the actionaries. Where do you need to take action in your life this week? Cups. Cups is water energy. Flow. Water can be a small trickle that eats away at things over time, or it can be a tsunami. What kind of water do you need in your life is a question Spirit wants you to ask yourself. And also the Knight is the moving into action. Cups, emotion, intuition, flow. What action can you take in your life to either be in flow, to follow your intuition, to act off an emotional cue that you may have received. You know what cups is. Kitty knows this energy. I'm not going to explain too much. I sometimes, even though I know the person gets it, like Kitty, I know Kitty got it as soon as I pulled that card up, but I do explain it because, like I said, even if you're not the person I'm calling for, you're getting a message. Even if you're not one of the people, I'm sure there's someone else in this audience. I'm sure, I'm positive somebody else also received that message of the Knight of Cups. Raise your hand if you also received that message. Just to not prove me wrong. Vanessa, okay, thank you, because I got a little bit nervous when I asked that question and didn't know the answer. All right. Yeah, somebody else, y'all always get the message. Y'all always get the message that you're supposed to get, even if I'm not calling your name. Jennifer. Did I see a Jennifer? Did I make that up? I swear I saw a Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer. I did see a Jennifer. Another page. Page of Swords. Let me do this. Let me watch the time. Page of Swords. Remember how I talked about interesting that out of there's 4 pages, and I was like, and I was joking earlier about it's not the Page of Pentacles or it's not the Page of Swords, and I already explained everything that the Page of Swords would show up for you as. Were you listening? Because I'm not rewind the tape. Go back and rewind the tape because that is so funny to me when Spirit is like, I'm going to have you riff on this thing for 5 minutes, even though that's not the card you pulled. And then later I pull the card. I'm like, all right, Spirit. And now I see the connection. So Page of Swords, someone is also bringing you a message. Spirit, divine, maybe a neighbor working through Spirit, working on behalf of Spirit is also going to be bringing you a message because it's a page. Swords is about our thinking mind. Right here, she is very occupied with maybe she's reading about Reiki. I don't know. Maybe she's reading about Harry Potter. But her mind is occupied because she's learning something new. She's taking something new in. All of these light bulbs, this idea that she's dressed like a student, maybe a student uniform. So what thoughts are going to ignite your path? I know I just mixed Swords energy with Wands fire energy. That is how Spirit gave it to me. What thoughts are going to move you forward in your momentum? Allow those to come to you. And when they come to you like ooh, that's interesting hit, don't dismiss it. Follow it until you can follow it no longer. Oh, I heard that phrase and I don't know what that phrase meant. I'm going to Google it. Oh, now I'm going to watch this YouTube video. Oh, this person wrote a book. I think I'm going to see if I can find that book online or at the library. And then maybe that's as far as you can take it for the day because maybe it's lunchtime or time to go home. Okay, all right, great. Take it as far as you can take it. Page of Swords. 5 minutes left. Yes, for sure, for sure. All right, let's see. Jacqueline.
Hi.
I love that. Somebody put heard over in chat. I love it. I love it. Jacqueline, who should go next? I'm going to let you pick the next person.
Cooper.
Cooper. Hey, Cooper. Oh, remember when I was talking about the Ace of Wands? I said after we get through with the 10 of Wands, we get back to this fire, the Ace of Wands. And this card was just on the bottom of my deck. So that's what it looks like. Beautiful. Beautiful energy gifted to us. Full flame, ablaze. Aren't we ready to get back to that? Okay, well, what do we need to do with that 10 of Wands energy this week so we can step into that Ace of Wands energy towards the end of the week or even next week? Wouldn't it be funny if y'all come back next Monday and I pull the Ace of Wands? I won't remember because my memory does not last 7 days. But if I pull the Ace of Wands and y'all are here, remind me, okay? Who did I say? Who are we doing, Cooper? Cooper! Oh, the Hanged Man, Cooper. Major Arcana moment. This means you need a shift in your perspective this week. The Hanged Man is someone who intentionally flips themselves upside down because they know they need a change in perspective. And so they say, I wonder what the world would look like if. That's what you need to do. Ask yourself, I wonder what the world would look like if I believed in myself. I wonder what the world would look like if I stopped letting outside restrictions restrict my path forward. I wonder what the world would look like if I truly moved through this world as the motherfucking magician I am. That's a good one for everybody. Ask yourself that question. Okay, a rare. I'm going to leave that there because this feels in alignment with where we're going today. Rare just put some contact information over there. Usually we don't fill the chat up with contact information, but that feels like you getting out of your comfort zone. That feels like you sharing something with the world. I'm going to leave it. Y'all, I've met a Rare in person too. She's local enough to Kansas City. So please check that out if you are interested in that. Who are we going to next, Jacqueline? I think we have a little bit of time left, and then we'll do a really quick energy activation.
Deborah.
Deborah. You're going to like this one. I shuffled. Y'all saw me. Y'all heard me. I was shuffling, and we have the Page of Pentacles again. When you receive the message in a collective group read, and then you get the message again as an individual, this is saying this is where Spirit wants you to focus this week. This is going to be the most impactful thing that will move your personal week forward, get the momentum going, help you feel more clarity again. So maybe even sooner than the end of this week, maybe you need to start looking for this messenger showing up in your life. This messenger of the Page of Pentacles, bringing you something tangible into your world and asking you to receive it and do with it the thing that's going to most benefit you this week. All right. That's all I have time for there. I've got 1 minute to do a quick energy activation. This is the energy activation we're going to do, and I didn't mention this at the top of the hour. For those of you that are new, we sit with energy for just a moment to close things off and to allow those messages that we've received to fully integrate. I invite you to close your eyes if that is comfortable for you. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. On that next inhale, I want you to think about those others that have joined us for today and feel that energy surrounding you. These are like-minded individuals, all on their spiritual path, all seeking clarity, all seeking community. Maybe some of them came just for entertainment. Maybe some of them are checking how many times Valorie said fuck today. But most of everyone is on the same page, the same energy. Can you feel that energy around you? This is the energy that you are going to need to help guide you forward this week, is reminding yourself that you are not alone, reminding yourself you have community, reminding yourself you have helpers. It's a community full of people with extraordinary gifts. Maybe this week I get out of my own way by asking them to share some of their gifts for me, and I will in return share some of my gifts with them. But this is my community. Breathe that in, feel that around you. Allow yourself to become familiar with that feeling, because you're going to tap back into this energy throughout the week as needed. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and an exhale, and open your eyes and come back to the room. I love you all so much. If you're interested in working with me closer, you've been seeing those posts over in the chat. You can find me on TerrellUnicornsandCoffee.com. You can book sessions with me, or you can check out upcoming events. I've got quite a few. I've got an energy event coming up, I've got another channeling event coming up, and of course, always Magical Monday manifestations. Make sure you register for those. And I love you all so much. Go out there and manifest your lives. Don't just listen to me rant for an hour and just walk off and be like, same old, same old. I want y'all coming back changed next Monday, okay? I want to see different energy next Monday. Go out there and manifest something magical this week. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.